Ahoj lidi, tady je Switch a já vás vítám u finále Stanley Cupu mezi Montrealem a Chicagem. Montreal to jsme my samozřejmě. A jo, vy už za mnou asi vidíte sestřih, nebo prostě, ne za mnou, ale vy už vidíte sestřih prostě hnedka prvního zápasu. Nedívali jsme se teďka na soupisku, jo počkejte. Ečka jsem udělal chybičku, protože jsem akorát zapl třetí zápas a chybička byla taková, že jsem zapomněl nastavit si strany a hrát jenom za trenéra jakoby. Takže tam jsem hrál, počkat, výměna stran, rychle to musím udělat. Tak, to bude vystřihlý, ale prostě jenom začátek tam prostě tak bude, to je jedno. To je třetí zápas, jo, takže pohoda. ten si pak budete moc, ten samozřejmě bude ve střihu, to je jedno. Tak, dámy a pánové, rovnou na začátku říkám, pokud vyhrajeme Stanley Cup, ukončuju Montreal a pak můžete ještě psát teďka dolů do komentářů potom, jaký tým byste chtěli, ale pravděpodobně se bude rozhodovat mezi tím, co se rozhodovalo i právě předtím, a to Minnesota a Nashville. Tyto dva týmy bude určitě anketa na Instagramu, ale den, kdy tohleto vychází, já už jsem na Rockforu a jsem tam až do neděle, takže příští týden pro vás, zmiňuji to znova, protože jsem to říkal v Pro, ale ne každý kouká na všechno, takže příští týden nebudou videjka, ale příští týden ve středu, myslím, že bych si to mohl dát ve středu, dám tu anketu, takže za týden se vzpomeňte na Instagramu, rovnou to můžete hodit follow, na Instagramu bude anketa, jaký tým teda budete chtít vidět jako další sérii naší GM kariéry. No a to je tak nějak všechno, vy si užijte videjko, já se zase potom ozvu až na konci videjka, takže jo, mějte se hezky a čau.
But they didn't get frustrated. They stuck with the game plan, so they just need to continue to do what they've been doing.
Take it across the line. Fires it on net. What a glove save by Demko. From the left side, moves it up ahead. Feeds it over. Save made by the goal. Morris won the draw deep in the defensive zone. Good hit to pump him off the puck. Grabbed along the boards by Reichel. Sanheim's got it in the defensive zone. Can hang on to the puck after taking it off. Oh, what a stop there with time winding down. There it is. That's a wrap for period number 2. Both teams will get a chance to get a little breather here, and we'll come back. Third period action next. Period number 3. And the puck is dropped. The Canadiens win it. Pass back to the point. Puts it on net. Scores! And they strike pay dirt once again.
Yeah, they do. And their opponents down on their heels are deflated. They got to find a way to continue with the pressure, be relentless, and try and get another one. Tell that the coach is not happy behind the bench after that last goal. He'll be preaching good habits and details. He doesn't like it right now. Montreal's been the better team tonight. They have turned good defense into solid offense.
Chicago's got the puck against the half wall. And that shot gets caught in trap. Takes a shot. Scores! That's 3 in a row!
Oh, it's so much easier when you're running in the game and your opponent is chasing, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Anytime you're in the slot area, you know that you're not going to have much time. That's why a quick wrister to the net can often do the damage. It's buried.
Montreal's added yet another one here to the total tonight. I mean, what a performance.
Yeah, they've had the puck on their stick for a majority of this game. You know the coaching staff is going to be impressed. Hey, maybe they'll get the day off tomorrow.
A piece of that one. Under a minute to go in the third. The Canadiens carry it along the wall. Lets it go! Oh, and he gets in front of that to make a great save. He says, let's get physical on that play. No shortage of scoring opportunities and no shortage of goals. The Canadiens win the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. And too much traffic in front blocks that one. Next block is saved by Demko. Stuffs it in.
Demko's all over that save. I mean, he's dialed in and he recognizes where he has to be at the right time.
Here's a short pass to Slavkovsky. Can't maintain possession after that hit. The Blackhawks take it along the wall. Too many bodies in the way. And the crowd's on their feet saluting the team after a hard-fought effort this evening. Denied on the front scores! The defender put it into his own net. The Habs have been the busier team in the shot department, and they lead it late in this third period. Red Wings won the draw. Final horn is sounded, bringing this one to an end. Cheryl, the power of a locked-in Tendy tonight.
The goaltender was outstanding in this one, pitching a shutout, James. It is critically important that you get the saves when you need them, but how about the structure defensively? They really tightened up and didn't give much up.
And here they come back out to salute the fans.
Well, this is a great feeling. I remember doing this when I was an athlete. You come back on the ice to salute the fans for cheering you on throughout the game. Just a fun night all the way round.
Ain't no party like a victory party. She's Cheryl Pounder. I'm James Cebulski. The playoffs roll on in the next broadcast, and we know we will see you right then and there. Join us there. See ya. Both teams lined up in the middle. We are ready to get things underway. Don't you just love grab by Tuck? Grabs it and rips it. Denies him. He got all of it. Over to Slavkovsky. Nice dish from the left wing. Kicks Shea-Ho. A great one at that. Takes the feed at the point. Gets in front of the shot. Nelson's got it on the offensive end. Fires it! It's in the back of the net! He scores!
Well, this is a real tough shot to handle, James. He might have dropped a little bit early into his butterfly, which would have exposed the top of the net. Shooter reads it perfectly and goes top shelf.
Chicago's got to be feeling good about their game tonight. Here they already lead in this one, and they've been dictating the pace of play also.
Well, they get the game's first goal midway through the period, James, but I liked their game right from puck drop. I mean, the way the
Bell's got it now. Handles the pass. Oh, what a save of the... Montreal's won it. Now they'll go on the attack. Scores! I got 2 words for you.
these past few shifts led to that opportunity. Sometimes when you're an on-man rush, you can overthink it, James. You can overpass. Not here. They execute perfectly with precision passing, and you can tell there was no hesitation. They were driving, and they capitalized.
The Blackhawks are up by 1 after that strike here in the second half of this first period.
Well, they're good shape here right now, James, because they've started it strong. They've competed for every puck, and now they find themselves with the lead. Now it's about holding it, being consistent, and finding a way.
Possession along the wall. Moves it to Hughes. And he slides it quickly to Caulfield. And tries to make a diagonal pass to McQueen. Hey, a lot of people excited as this opening period comes to an end. One of the all-time great rock acts from the 80s getting set to play here for these fans. And we'll catch our breath. Back with more in a moment. Both teams with a chance to recharge and refresh, and this second period about set to get underway. Second frame is up over to the ice and loses the puck.
Tuck's been feeling it, James. He got the go-ahead goal, and now the puck's on his stick.
They score! And it's back-to-back tallies!
Yeah, and they've been chomping at the bit. Now they've got their opponent on their heel. They need a quick change here and find a way to continue the momentum. Well, pass reception is also about the pass itself here, James. And when you have a great pass, you're able to handle it. You can get it off quickly. After that last goal, the coach is showing his displeasure with his team. He's just not happy with the effort and the details at this moment.
The Blackhawks make their way back to center now, boasting a 2-goal lead here in the second.
And you can certainly see that they're playing more relaxed. Much easier when you got a 2-goal lead here, James.
Sends it to the middle, and that goes off the body to Rye. Scores! And that's 3 unanswered goals, and as my mom likes to say, they're cooking with gas.
They're cooking with gas, and you can expect that they have put their opponents on their heels. This is a team that knows that they have worn their opponent down. Now they got to keep the pedal to the metal.
The Blackhawks are firing on all cylinders tonight. Look at the scoreboard now, and there's no end in sight. We're only here late in the second.
Well, I mean, it's been a wave of energy, just shift after shift, and no matter who goes out there, they find...
Quick whistle stops the play.
That's going to be a slashing call. Anytime you come over the top or you hit the equipment and the ref is there, you're going to get a 2-minute penalty.
The check. Moves it to the middle. Couldn't complete the pass. Oh, he reaches out with the glove on the draw. And now it's stopped. Penalty coming up here. And coach is looking for an explanation here from the official.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting the refs here because he wants to know why his team is being penalized more often, and it's clearly having a factor in the game.
At the point. Moves it quickly over to Caulfield. Play blown dead. Let's get the call.
He's going to get the slashing call, and the officials are really trying to crack down on these types of plays because they can be dangerous. He's going to get the 2-minute minor.
Handles the puck. Slides it across. Here's a chance. And they score. On the power play, they make it happen.
Well, the goaltender can't get set to that shot because he continually moves his feet and changes the angle, and his head is up the entire way, and he fills the back of the net.
The Canadiens have finally shown a counterattack, and let's see if they can build on this now.
One goal can change the psyche in a game. You can see them pressing as they head into the third period. capitalize as a result. Well, I love the response of the coach. His reaction says it all after that goal. Listen, they were down big, but they clawed their way back into this one.
Montreal's got one back now. Can they build on this from here?
They need to build on it. This is an emotional goal as the second period is coming to an end, and they have to find a way to continue this momentum and build on top of it as they hit the third.
And now it's grabbed by Sanheim. Shot! And he was ready for that save. Quick feed to Robouet. Moved up ahead here in the neutral zone. Time ticking away, and he comes up big. And that concludes the second period of play. Still one more period of regulation time. We'll see what happens in the third next. Welcome back. James Cebulski ready to bring you all the play-by-play. They're up, hold of it against the wall. Cuts to the paint. Scores! All over the rebound and tucks it in for the goal.
Well, he does a great job of playing these angles perfectly, so when the rebound comes out, with great timing, he's able to get a stick on the puck here, James. It's dirty, it's greasy, and it's a hard-nosed goal. Well, when you're down big in a game, you have to find a way to push through the adversity, and that last goal is the equalizer. So now they're all tied, so it resets the energy, resets the momentum, and the coach behind the bench is feeling it.
Lots of time left in this period, and it's all tied up. The hawk taken by Sanheim. Knocks the puck loose. Skates to the crease. Scores! The go-ahead goal!
Well, the game's all about timing here, James, and now they're in front, so these next two shifts are critical. They want to play with a ton of energy and keep their opponent guessing. He's eye-to-eye with the goaltender, and a perfect fake right there, and the ability to move it to the forehand and bring it home. As a coach, often you have to be so calculated with your emotion. When to use it, when not to, and this is raw. This is reaction to that goal, and it's sending a message up and down the bench. We got this. Let's push for the win.
The Hawks now have the lead here in period number 3, and it's crunch time now.
It is crunch time, and it's crush times, James. I mean, it's been back and forth all game. Now you find yourself in the lead, so you have the momentum.
The board by Blake. Puck picked up by Tuck. Montreal's got the puck. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. Centering pass, and that's stopped. And he slides it quickly to Blake. Off the post.
The Canadiens get some emotion from the bench as they look to extend their lead and hit the post and out. Everyone thought it might have gone in, and then they realized it didn't.
Denies him with the save. Chicago's trailing, that's why they've got the extra attacker out on the ice and the goalie on the bench. Dishes it off. Oh, gets a glove on it to make the stop.
Well, the shooter's in a coveted spot on the square to the puck and turning it aside.
Montreal's not far from the finish line here as they lead it late in this third. The Blackhawks win it. Oh, what a smart heads-up play. And now he passes it to Hughes. Fires to the empty net. Scores into the empty net, and that should probably wrap this one up.
Yeah, well, it'll seal the deal, James. The insurance marker. A lot of fun as well. Goal scoring is fun. Doesn't matter how it goes in, even if it is an empty net. Well, you can see the body language on them, James. The dying moments of the game, and they're able to get the empty net goal. Everyone can take it. They were urgent all game, and they just capitalized at the right time.
Quick stick lands on the puck here at center. all sorts of intensity in the first two games. I expect nothing less here in game number 3. Welcome back to EA Sports. I'm James Cebulski. Great energy both inside and outside the arena tonight as we are just moments away now from puck drop. Every game don't face off and he wins the draw. Gets a glove on it to make. And they take possession here in the offensive zone and time to go on the attack. They score!
Redirect that puck, and the goaltender doesn't know where it is, and it finds it back in the net.
The Blackhawks are up by 1 here in the back half of this opening frame.
Yeah, and they deserve the lead there. There's no question about it, James. I mean, they've been the better team. They've been first to the puck, and they've owned the majority of shots to net. Not afraid to put it
to Hagel. Great pass from off the right side. Goalie with the stop. There's the whistle. They're going to face off. Montreal's got possession here in their own end. Scrum along the wall. Montreal's got a hold of the puck now. A lot of people excited as this opening period comes to an end. One of the all-time great rock acts from the 80s getting set to play here for these fans. And we'll catch our... Both teams are back at center ice, and we are ready to get period number 2 underway. Second hides it quickly to Moore. Moves it to the middle. And he... Back at the point, they set it up. Nice poke check. The Canadiens going to work on offense. Here he is, wristed on net. Scores! I got 2 words for you. New game.
Yeah, it certainly is, James. And who's going to come out on top on the beginning of this face-off? You want to be able to get that puck in the offensive zone and find a way to continue to attack.
Montreal's equalizer comes on a lot of hard work here in period number 2.
The coach will be happy with this performance, the pushback, the fight to claw their way back in late in the second, and this will set them up nicely for the third.
Chicago's arms in the air. We got a penalty coming up, and not much on that one. There's the whistle, and here's the call.
A tight game at the end of the period, and you take a penalty. Your PKers have to come up huge and get you to the intermission.
Fans are starting to get on their feet to recognize what they score! Situation critical and clutch.
Well, they take advantage of the player advantage here, James. I love that it's not static. There's a ton of motion. They decide not just to stay on the perimeter. They attack, and they're rewarded for their efforts. Players are about precision, execution, and skill, and they delivered on all 3 of those things. And the coach, you can see his face behind the bench. He's really pleased with this unit.
The Canadiens pick up the all-important go-ahead goal late here in period number 2.
Well, you're always cutting periods into 5-minute increments, and this is the one that they wanted to score in, James, because it creates momentum that they can carry forward to the intermission.
With it and loses possession.
Thompson's got a lot of flash to his game, in particular with his hands and the ability to manipulate his opponent, but he gets caught on that one, and the puck dies on his stick.
Receives the pass. Fires it on net. Tying seconds, and he makes the save. There's the buzzer bringing... Period number 3 just moments away as the official signals both teams into position. And they enter. Back to the blue line. Oh, and he whiffs. And he totally whiffs on that one. And he gets in front of the slap shot to Yzerman's got it across the line. Too much congestion. Quick feed to Martoni. And that pass attempt is deflected. And he sidesteps the check there. Montreal's got it along the wall. Oh, what a save in front.
Goaltenders have to be able to read where the puck is going to, and he reads it perfectly as he has a strong push cross post and makes the save. Montreal's made a line change, and it's the second line that comes out, and they've been real effective in this game, James. They've contributed a...
Wide open net. Scores into the empty net, and that should probably wrap this one up.
Yeah, it will. It'll seal the deal, James. The insurance marker, and a lot of fun as well. Goal scoring is fun. Doesn't matter how it goes in, even if it is an empty net. On the dying moments of the game, they get the empty netter, James, and that's just
the insurance marker they needed on that last empty netter there, Cheryl.
Well, outside of a major hiccup, that should be it, James. That should seal the deal. That lead should get the win.
Moore's quick stick lands on the puck here at center. Here's a pass in front. Oh, and he comes up with a stop. Penalty coming up as the play's blown dead.
The coach is simply wanting an explanation as to why his team keeps getting penalized, and just a reasonable explanation, that's all it takes. It's composed, though.
Another chance here on the man advantage. Montreal's won the draw inside the offensive zone. Now let's see what they can do with it. Reaches out and uses the stick. Turn that chance aside.
Hughes has been really effective tonight, really doing his part between the crease. Look at his save percentage, it's high, but his team is executing in front of him, so that makes his job that much more fun when you know that his team's putting it in on the other end.
Scores an empty net goal.
Well, you're trying to push and create something with the extra attacker, and you know that you get the extra advantage, but unfortunately, it doesn't work out. It goes the other way. You can see the emotion on everyone on the ice as that empty net.
The Blackhawks need to find a way to convert one here late as they trail in the third. And that's all she wrote on this one as we are in the books. 3-0 lead. There's still one more game to go, but this feels over right now.
Yeah, it feels over, but it isn't. I mean, there have been comebacks of this nature, James, so you know that the coaching staff will be preaching, listen, let's continue to do what we've been doing all series long. We've had good habits. We've really owned play. Now it's about really finishing, but we've got to do it now.
Well, I certainly had a great time, and from all of us here at EA Sports, I'm James Cybulski. Thanks so much for spending your time with us here this evening, and we will see you at the next playoff game. No love lost between these two squads as we get set to drop the puck in game number 4 of this series tonight. Lot of bounce on both blue lines here, and we are about set to drop the puck here at center.
Don't you just dictate the tempo of the game right at the onset of it. You want to make your opponent think, and here you come.
Poked away in the defensive end. Takes a hit, he goes down to the ice and coughs up the puck. There's the whistle. Let's get the call from the officials. The Blackhawks will be forced to serve 2 minutes for cross-checking. Up along the wing. Looks to pass it to Gonchar. And skilled use of the stick to poke the puck away. And score! Right with the man advantage, and they make it click.
Well, great placement, but he had to get the one-timer off quickly, James, because he didn't have much time and space in that net front area. You know that they're going to close quickly on you when you find that that puck comes across. team will take the lead after that power play goal, and the coaches smile behind the bench. I think he gave a little bit of a fist bump there as well, just recognizing the efforts of the unit.
The Canadiens land the game's first goal here in the first half of the opening frame.
Well, yeah, I really like their game, James. It's not just about getting on the board first, but I like the way they've established a forecheck and they've held possession. I think they've done a real good job. They've had a consistent effort. Now they got to find a way to finish the back half of this period the same way.
Scores! And look at that, the rookie gets in on the playoff scoring.
Well, talk about embracing the nervous energy. Now he can take a breath, feel good about himself, and let the creativity flow. Incredible. 2 goals, 30 seconds apart.
Quick response back-to-back here, and the team is humming.
Man, talk about putting your opponent on their heels. You can see the coach's negative body language behind the bench, visibly frustrated right now. His team is on a losing streak and haven't been able to find any momentum in the last games that they've played. Now they're in a deficit. They need some energy behind that bench.
Still lots of time left here in this frame. Montreal's got a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it. Thompson's got it in the offensive zone. Montreal's got the puck in their own end. Picked up along the wall by Thompson. Scores! And look at this. Here we go. They have answered back.
Well, they responded exactly the way the coach and team wanted. To be able to get back on the board, get momentum back in your favor. It's key guys that contribute and have an impact. Well, these are the types of goals that are extremely deflating because they are just egregious in nature and can really change the landscape of a game. I mean, the goaltender scrambling and had no chance on that one.
Chicago's come to life here as they finally got a goal of their own.
Well, they certainly have, and they're showing that offensive production, the ability to get to the net.
First period nearly in the books here. And a great read to turn that play aside. Here they come. Down the left side on the attack. Right side sent up ahead into the middle of the ice. And with that, the first period is in the books. Both teams with a chance at a refresh will get a clean sheet of ice and come back with period number 2. Both teams had a chance to recharge, and the officials set to drop the puck here on period number 2. The second
The puck, and it's a real reason why they're behind.
cuts to the toe. Scores!
Well, pass reception is also about the pass itself here, James, and when you have a great pass, you're able to handle it, you can get it off quickly.
The Canadiens extend the lead to 2 here in period number 2.
Well, I've liked their complete game tonight, James, all the way from their goaltending right to their defense and then into their offense. They've generated, they've created, they've played sound defensively, and now they've got that.
Here's a great use of the stick right there to poke it away. Yeah, and they're jumping in right now on this.
And as they should be. I mean, you can play with an edge and play with a chip, but when you play dangerous and dirty, you're going to have to respond to your actions.
Payback time. And drops the hammer on that one.
Yeah, the clear winner as that final punch perfectly executed and a tough one on the other end. Not difficult to see who won that fight. The W goes to the road team all the way.
Moves the puck. Slides it across. Oh, there's a collision that knocked him off course. They score! And that's back-to-back snipes.
Well, it feels like there's a wave of momentum, and it has certainly changed here. You can get the opportunity, but you have to execute. chunk of it, but he didn't get it all.
Montreal's carried the puck like it's been on a string all night, Cheryl.
Puck's been on their stick and their opponent's been on their heels. They've just been worn down with the offensive zone possession time. And how about the goaltender? Seeing so much rubber tonight and a lot in the netting.
Penalty on the way. Fires it. Oh, great save right there on the play. Here comes the official's decision.
Sometimes you have a conversation with the official just to give them the heads up that you're not happy. So setting the tone, setting an undercurrent because they've been more penalized.
Into the offensive end now. Quick shot. They score! And a shorting of that.
Just love this goal, James. I mean, this is a PK, not just a PK, but a power kill. They go and attack when they recognize the opportunity, and they create this chance, and they put it away. When you're in tight on the goaltender, you want to have patience and composure with the puck. You want to slide the goaltender out of position and put it by into the open net.
Chicago's finally got the counter punch they need. Now, can they do it again, Cheryl? That's the question.
Well, they need the knockout punch, don't they? And if they're going to get two and claw their way back in this one, but the momentum's in their favor right now. But it's their choice.
The final minute of the second. Moves it over to Moore. Here's a chance. And rings the iron.
Chicago's been getting a ton of good looks and generating opportunities, but going off the post, just getting some bad bounces, some unlucky ones. They're going to have to create their own fortune.
2 periods down, 1 more to go. Both teams have time to get a refresh, and we'll be back for... Skates to the crease. The left wing and into center. Chicago's got the puck against the half wall. And it goes off a
Game when you're trying to claw your way back in, James, you need a spark. In order to do it, you have to create turnovers. You have to have the ability to jump on a counterpunch.
That is a lonely cage at the other end of the ice here, Cheryl.
Tak jo, dámy a pánové, máme tady 4. zápas, vyhráváme 4-2 na zápasy 3 gólů, to je teďka střela. Je 50 sekund do konce, mají odkrytou bránu, pojďme už to doklepnout, krásně 4-0, aniž bych to očekával, že takhle silně budeme dominovat proti Chicagu, který mají jako silný tým a teďka jako na konci to docela i teďka předvádí, že jako hodně tlačí. I v tom druhém zápase to bylo dost zajímavý, ale nakonec jsme to otočili. Tady, ale pozor, Moore, přihrávka, ale tyčka nás zachránila. A pojďme to už uklidnit. No, tak tohle moc nebylo klidný, ale dobrý. A tady jsme zase ztratili puk, ale to už je jedno, tohle už určitě zvládneme. A píp, a je to tam. Vyhraný Stanley Cup, dámy a pánové, krásný 4-0 na zápasy proti Chicagu. Tak tady se nám to velice povedlo. Juraj Slavkovský v tomto zápase 2 góly, pokud se nemýlím. Takže i jemu můžeme poděkovat. Už jsem si říkal, proč je tam Price, ale my vlastně máme Price jako 2, dobrý. Tady už jenom podání rukou. A Juraj Slavkovský si přebere trofej za nejužitečnějšího hráče v playoff. Takže Juraj krásně ocenění. Máme tady připravený Stanley Cup, už se nám nese. Jo, krásně, krásně, takže jsme to zvládli i za Montreal. Bohužel se toho ale nedožil kapitán bývalej Suzuki, Nick Suzuki, ale Colt Caulfield, ten si tady přebírá teďka pohár a zvedá hlavu krásně. vyhraný Stanley Cup. A komu ho předáme? Hned jako prvnímu. No, koho tady máme? Slavkovský. Dáme ho Slavkovskýmu teďka, hnedka. Pojď, protože ten jako fakt válel teďka v zápasech. Ten nás držel taky nad vodou, takže může si ten puk vzít, ten pohár vzít na to hlavu. A kdo dál? Gunhart, toho bych možná tam dal, protože ten střílel hodně gólů. I Jensen byl dobrý, ale dáme Gunharta teďka. No a pak už bude muset dát golmana, protože ten si to taky zaslouží. Takže tady Gunhart, který střílel minimálně, myslím, že v třetím kole nastřílel hodně gólů. Nebo v druhém, teďka nevím, ale prostě střelecký borec. No a nakonec Judas si teda vezme pohár krásně a pak se odfotíme. Judas, náš golman číslo 1, odchytal krásně všechny zápasy, pár jich sice prohrál, ale ne natolik, aby jsme vypadli, takže se můžeme radovat. A když uděláme fotečku, já si připravím fotečku, řekl jsem si, že musíme dát na Instagram fotečky všech. Jo, aha, neudělám si fotečku, protože vlastně natáčím, takže nic. Fotečku si neudělám teďka, fotečku udělám teda z videa. Tak, no a dámy a pánové, Stanley Cup, dámy a pánové, tímto ještě vlastně úplně nekončíme, ještě se rozloučíme. A teďka, no nevím kdy, ale ještě bychom udělali jedno videjko, kde si koukne do statistik, takže tady jsou jména všech, je tam i samozřejmě Svozil, je tam Luguhux, no, který, tady Šimon Němec samozřejmě, to jsou borci, který nám pomáhali k tomu získat ten Stanley Cup. Nevím, jak je tohle videjko zase dlouhý, ale nemuselo by to být tak dlouhý jako minulých, protože tam jsme nikdy nevyhráli 4-0 na zápasy. Teďka teda tenhle zápas 4-2 jsme vyhráli. No a první hvězda utkání je Juraj Slavkovský, který nastřelil 2 góly a taky získal trofej za neužitečnějšího hráče v playoff. Takže my se jenom teďka odsimulujeme pár dní, aby jsme, nebo jeden den možná, je to tak. Takže konec playoff, my jsme vyhráli i, jo, to je Farma Philadelphia, myslím, ale to je jedno. Jdeme se podívat na naši cestu za Stanley Cupem. Ještě jednou si připomeneme, takže my jsme se potkali v prvním kole proti Buffalo, tam jsme je dali v 5 zápasech, jeden jsme teda prohráli. No potom 4-0 krásně proti Floridě, tak ta si Florida neškrtla. 4-3 v 7 zápasech jsme teda nakonec postoupili oproti Carolině, takže tam jsme to měli jako jen tak a nakonec 4-0 proti Chicagu. Na to, že Chicago mělo silný tým, kdo neviděl, tak se koukněte právě na 3. kolo playoff, protože tam na konci se koukáme na Chicago, takže kdo chce vidět, jakou měli soupisku, určitě mrkněte. No a Chicago to mělo jak? 4-2 v prvním kole proti St. Louis Blues, v 7 zápasech dali Dallas v druhém kole a konec 4-1 zvládli proti Calgary. No, ale proti nám si neuhráli ani v jednu výhru, což nás vůbec nemusí trápit, koukneme na ocenění samozřejmě taky, takže Stanley Cup je náš. Taky máme President's Trophy, takže máme vlastně obě 2 trofeje v jednom roce, to taky ne každému týmu se povede. A Chicago a my jsme vyhráli, nebo se potkali ve finále. Tak, Armstrong Trophy za nejužitečnějšího nebo nejvíce bodovaného hráče je Matthews, podruhé za sebou. Matthews získal i hardku, to je nejužitečnější hráč pro svůj tým. Nejlepší obránce Makar po třetí po sobě. Tady je Reinhardt, hráč na vysoké úrovni. Nováček Casals, Casals. No, Conn Smythe Trophy teda pro Juraje Slavkovskýho. Výborně. Vezinu získává Shesterkin a Judas získává Williams Jennings Trophy, kde teda nejméně održených gólů minimálně musíte odehrát 25 nebo odchytat 25 zápasů, což Judas zvládnul. Tak, Zamula, Keith, Frank, McDavid, jasný, a Matthews, a nejlepší střelec Matthews. Tak, to máme tady to ocenění nějaký. No, a dámy a pánové, to už je pro dnešek všechno. Tady se ještě rychlosti můžeme podívat teda na body v playoff, tak 34 bodů Connor Bedard, krásně, takže kdyby vyhráli oni, tak pravděpodobně tu trofej, co získal Slavkovský, má Bedard. Druhý je Moore, o jeden bodík víc než právě Caulfield, ten má 23, stejně jako Aho, a 22 má Slavkovský. No, tady nejvíc střel, 16 gólů právě Connor Bedard, 13 gólů má Juraj Slavkovský a 12 gólů má Caulfield. No a Gunhart, jak jsme říkali, tak ten má 10 gólů nakonec, no, myslel jsem, že má víc. Eisenman třeba má 8 a Pastrňák nastřílel za 12 zápasů 8 gólů, taky slušná porce. Asistence zase Bedard, jasný. McQueen máme na třetí pozici s 15 body, asistence. No a nejlepší golman samozřejmě je náš, protože ten jediný zachytal 16, takže Judas 16 výher z 20 zápasů, takže jen 4 prohrál. No a třeba Lukáš Dostál je na pozici druhý, Demko taky vlastně má 11 výher stejně jako Lukáš Dostál, takže tak. No, dámy a pánové, já se teďka budu už loučit, určitě nezapomeňte na nějakou tu typovačku, možná příští středu, teda ještě jestli to někdy v pondělí nebo v úterý stihnu natočit, se teda nakonec podíváme možná na ty statistiky a připomenu vám, že můžete hlasovat na mým Instagramu, ale ještě teďka můžete stále psát týmy, který byste rádi viděli z mé strany. Tak jo, díky moc za shlédnutí, děkuji moc za podporu této série. Montreal mě bavil, nebudu lhát, a jo, možná se k němu taky někdy vrátíme, protože tým tam máme velice slušný. Tak jo, díky moc, hezký zbytek týdne, pokud jste taky na Rockforu, užijte si Rockfor jako já, a to je tak nějak všechno. Mějte se hezky a čau.